Hello and welcome to the Empowered Couples Podcast. Today is going to be like a quickie of motivation, inspiration, and perspective. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how a breakdown comes before a breakthrough. And this could apply in really any area of your life. Maybe it's in your marriage. You're feeling like you're in a breakdown. Maybe it's in your health. You're feeling as though you are backtracking. Maybe it's with your profession and you're not happy, you're not satisfied, or it's feeling challenging. Maybe with kids. Regardless of the area, if you feel like you're in a breakdown, which I want to define for you, one definition is a mechanical failure, but we're not talking about things that are mechanical. It could be just a failure of a system or a relationship. But also, I like this definition. A breakdown is a failure to work or be successful or a division of something into smaller parts. So I know that when I have experienced breakdowns, I almost feel as though something is falling apart, something is dividing. There's part of something that's not working. And to be honest, I'll share with you a personal breakdown this week, having several to be honest. But before I go there, I want you to actually presence for yourself, what is a breakdown? What is going on that does not feel as it should be or you hope it to be? Now, acknowledge it. And I know it's not fun to be in that breakdown. And what a lot of people do is they resist the breakdown moments. Oh, this is hard. It's not what I want. I don't like this. I feel like a failure. And we can actually beat ourselves up. Or we can make the situation wrong and completely retreat from it, right? For example, let's say you are having a challenge with a family member. It feels like a breakdown in the relationship. We want to sometimes push away from that. I don't want that. That's not comfortable. And then people miss out on the breakthrough. And I promise you that if you lean in to breakdowns and what they're trying to teach you, what the opportunity is, what the lesson is, a breakthrough is always available to you. And the breakthroughs are the parts of transformation, of growth, of evolution. So a breakthrough, one definition is a sudden, dramatic, or important discovery or development. Think about that. That can be a big discovery or development in your own life, or it can be an instance of achieving success in a particular area. Sometimes breakthroughs actually feel like a moment of change, of growth, of transformation. It feels sudden, but those moments only come when you lean into the breakdown, when you stop resisting the breakdown and what it's trying to teach you and kind of get into this woe is me mentality. No, you've got to rise to the occasion and look the breakdown in the face and say, breakdown, what are you trying to teach me? What is the opportunity? What are you inviting me to grow into? So as a story, kind of a little different than something within the marriage context, I had a breakdown with a friend of ours this week. And we happen to be really close to this couple and actually happen to be with the male partner of our friends. And we have been working with them in our real estate deal that we have been going through, as many of you know. And they're a really close friend of ours. And we had an exchange that was a little bit more tense. And to be honest, I said things that weren't necessary. To be honest, not my best self, right? Believe it or not, we're not perfect either. And there are moments where we have to acknowledge, okay, that was uncalled for. I didn't need to say that. That wasn't my best self. And it was hard. For about 24 hours, I was feeling a breakdown in that area. And as you know, we already have a few things that feel challenging going on right now. And so it was a little bit of a temptation to become overwhelmed and disempowered and kind of push everything away. Fine, I'm going to retreat from life and I'm going to cut off this friend. And to be honest, I had my own perspective. I could be like, no, I'm right about this. No, this is where I'm hurt and they're wrong. But got on the phone with this person, had a good follow-up conversation. And what I did, to be honest, was just surrendered to the moment, acknowledged this person's feelings and where I did do things that impacted this person and were out of line. I didn't need to say or do it. And you know what? I felt an immediate breakthrough afterwards. I felt empowered. I felt like my best self was coming to the table. And it was interesting because when I was on the phone with this person, I heard two voices going on. I heard the voice inside of me that wanted to be right, that wanted to list out, oh yeah, well, what about, and be justified and make this person wrong. And even heard a little voice that's like, you know what? Let's just cut off this friendship. Isn't that funny how the ego and the mind can do that? We want to sometimes cut things off instead of actually lean into the growth and the challenge and what it's trying to invite us into. But I heard the other voice, and the other voice was saying, what could grace provide right now? What could compassion? How can I just acknowledge this person's feeling? How can I actually just acknowledge that I wasn't my best? And that's what I did. We have an opportunity to choose what voice we listen to. You may have two parts of yourself. Maybe it's about your partner and you're in a breakdown with them. And there's one voice that is saying, I'm right and I'm justified. And there's another voice that says, I love this person and I want to be connected. If it has to do with work, there may be a part of you that's like, I want to quit. I'm out of this. I am just done. It's easier to leave. And there may be part of you that says, you know what? No, I want to excel in this area. I want to become a better leader. I want to step into this. And so you have the opportunity to have a breakthrough, to have an instant moment of transformation and growth. And that comes from choosing which voice you're going to listen to. It may be that as human beings, we always have that second voice that is not as nice and not really contributing to our growth. But would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? And in relationships, in life, when challenges are happening, when you're in a breakdown, you can either be right about it and be justified, or you can do the things that are more aligned with that greatness in you, that stronger, more empowered, more conscious self. What action, what choice is more aligned with the breakthrough you want to have? So I wanted to come on today. I hope that this is firing you up as much as I'm fired up by this conversation. And I'm really taking this on. There are other areas of our life that have felt like a quote unquote breakdown. And we continue to go, what would a breakthrough look like in this area? Who do I need to actually be for this breakthrough that I want? Which actions are more aligned with a breakthrough rather than staying stuck in the breakdown? And to be honest, that's a big distinction that I see with couples and even just the individuals within the relationship. Is we can see on these sessions where one person is like, we're in a breakdown, and they're kind of just sitting in it and they kind of just hope it gets better eventually, and they don't rise to the occasion. They don't step up into it, versus the type of person that says, you know what, no, I'm going to lean into this. I'm going to embrace this. What is the lesson? I'm ready for the lesson. So which person do you want to be today? That's my invitation. And if this fired you up, please let me know. Send us a message on Instagram, which is Meet the Freemans. We want to hear from you. You know, I'm talking to a microphone, so it's kind of nice to know who is listening. And as we said this week, if you at all have felt stuck in a breakdown and you just feel like you cannot have the breakthrough with your partner, you've tried, you've listened to the episodes and you've read the books, then book a session with us. That's why it's actually called a relationship breakthrough session, because we can be that voice and bring you together to overcome the challenge that you're facing. So go to meetthefreemans.com/coaching and book a relationship breakthrough session. That is one action you can take that's more aligned with who you want to be, the future you want, rather than staying stuck in the breakdown. With that, we love you, and we will talk to you on the next episode.